Alright, so Dalton Knecht is having an amazing season for the Tennessee Volunteers, averaging 20 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists on 47% shooting from the field and 40% shooting from the three-point line. But, like, who is this guy? I can't be the only one out there that, like, had never heard of this guy until this year. If I am, then I guess I'm exposing myself on the internet. But, I mean, for this guy to be having this type of season with the numbers that he's putting up, flying up NBA draft board, I'm just confused about where he came from. That's exactly why today we're going to be doing some investigative research into Dalton Knecht and his background, and a little bit of a film breakdown just to see what this guy's NBA potential is, and honestly how high he should be picked in this year's draft. So like all great detectives, I started with a quick little Google search and found myself stumbling along a Wikipedia page. And come to find out, Dalton Knecht in high school was actually only 5'8" as a sophomore and 6'1" as a junior. And that would explain why when you go to his 247 page, as a high school prospect, he was literally a no-star and went to JUCO. So I'm not as crazy as I thought I was for not hearing about him. He would end up going to Northeastern JUCO in Sterling, Colorado for a couple years before he would finally land on Division I Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado was where Knecht really started to make a name for himself, earning second team All Big Sky in 2023, where he averaged a wild 20 points and 7 rebounds. This season would end up propelling now 6'6" Dalton Knecht, being one of the most sought after players in the transfer portal in the nation. And now we're here in 2024, where Dalton Knecht is putting up historic numbers for a top 10 ranked Tennessee Volunteer team, and idiots like me are trying to figure out where this freak of nature came from. The highest I've seen him rated in any current mock drafts is number 14 to the Pelicans. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out why he's not higher, and here's why. The first thing that pops off the tape to me about Knecht is obviously his prototype wing size at 6'6", but when you combine that with his elite level elevation on his jump shot and his overall efficiency shooting behind the three-point line, I mean, what is not to love about this kid? This seems like the exact type of player that every winning franchise is scrambling to try and find. I'm not sure if it's because he is 23 years old and not 18 or 19 like some of the guys are that are projected in the high lottery. I don't know, man, 23 years old isn't that old, especially when you take into consideration a lot of the young guns that people take high in the lottery nowadays are a couple years away from really contributing anyways, so what's the difference? This guy's a basketball player. He already knows how to move without the ball, he can already play with his back to the basket, knows how to play off of screens on and off the ball, and he's super efficient. For my players watching, even if you might not be 6'6", this guy is a perfect example of what a good, fundamentally sound basketball player looks like and someone you should be modeling your game after. And then the second thing that really pops off the tape for me is he's actually extremely athletic and explosive. Now, I don't want to be the guy to say it, but I'm gonna say it. He's white. Typically, you don't think of those guys as athletes. Dalton Knecht's finishing ability, and I'm not just talking about dunking, just his ability to get in the lane and finish around people and through contact is actually quite alarming, and is what I think should really separate him from being a lower lottery, mid to late first round guy to actually being a top 10 pick. Because when you combine his elite athleticism and explosion with his 6'6" broad-shouldered frame, now we're getting into the realm of talking about an elite wing defender, which is something that every championship team needs and is looking for in the NBA. Dude, with his size, frame, and athleticism, he could be an elite guy on an NBA roster just defending, much less all the offensive skill he has. The more I make this video, the more I'm talking myself into this guy being a top 5 pick. And here's the thing, take away the name, take away the age, take away the JUCO, take away the fact that he's white. If I just describe to you this guy, this player, his stats, what school he's doing it at, his highlights, all of those things taken into consideration, this guy's a top 5 pick. Don't overthink good basketball players, fellas. The best players in the NBA today are wings that are around his size, so he already checks that box. Now, he's a shooting guard slash small forward. You look at guys that are projected above him right now in mock drafts, whether it's Reed Shepherd out of Kentucky, Cody Williams out of Colorado, or Jacoby Walter out of Baylor. Knecht is a better shooter, he's more efficient, he's more athletic, he's bigger, and he's doing it against SEC level athletes. And I think just for fun, when we're talking about comparisons, his mannerisms honestly remind me a lot of Devin Booker, especially when he gets to his mid-range shot. Beautiful elevation, perfect form on the jumper, and around the same height. And to be honest, guys, on the low end, not a bad ball handler. I don't see how he's not at least a bigger Austin Reeves. I don't know, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. But whenever I do put my mock draft out, I expect Dalton Knecht to be climbing those rankings. Hope you guys enjoyed the video though. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you guys soon.